Alright guys, here is our mini update. These are cards where people ask me to check their cards. Alright? If you ask me to check your cards and it's in this video, it means, in my opinion, it has a very strong chance at a 9-5. Alright? Not every card was perfect on centering. You can see this one's not, well, it's kind of hard to tell, but it's not exactly perfect. In that instance, what I'm assuming is that it's either going to be a 9-5 or a 9 on centering, but everything else checked out, in my opinion. So anyway, that's how it worked out. I know it can be hard to see these because they're already in the cases, and we're going Austin Meadows card 40, Polanco is card 10, Pedro Guerra card 58. We had a big Yankees collector, and he wanted all his parallels checked. Things that threw off cards, obviously centering. Centering was huge on these. Centering was really big on the minis because centering is so glaring, you know, on a mini card. The other thing were surface dimples. There weren't very many scratches. I mean, on a couple cards there were still some light scratching, but there were surface dimples. So if your card wasn't what I considered, you know, perfect centering, and it had a surface dimple, I didn't include it. But you know, corners and edges, surface for the most part was great. It was just, you know, stuff like dimples that would call it off. So the big thing for me was centering, and if it wasn't perfect centering, then it had to be perfect everywhere else, in my opinion. You know, so that's where I went with it. And I've run out of things to say, and we still got a lot of cards. There's 63 cards here to show you. Well, I just wanted everybody just to have one video they could go to. Obviously, it's not going to focus perfectly on your card because it's inside the case, but I just wanted you to see them. Now, if your card isn't showing up here, you know, it's in the other video where we're top loading the cards. We've got over half of the cards top loaded already. And once all the cards are top loaded, we're done. Everything else is sorted. The only things that are missing out of here are the base, and there's only one person besides myself who's getting base graded, and that's Jimmy Beast. So I haven't gone through his Will Myers cards yet. But Clint Frazier, Colin Moran, and Will Myers are the cards that the base cards that I'll be going through. And on base, I'll be even more selective. You know, it'll have to be perfect centering, otherwise I won't even bother. I've never done, obviously, this many minis before, so we'll see. I have graded minis, and you know, I got 9.5 on the last one I graded. And the reason that one didn't get a 10 was centering. But that one was really hard to tell. It wasn't like this one with a border. It didn't have any clear defined border, so it was tough. It was tough to be sure. And it ended up getting a 9. Usually these where it's not perfect centering, they still get 9.5s on centering. Not every time, but I mean it happens probably maybe half the time. You know, so I'm hoping that they'll still get 9.5s on centering. I believe that these should all come back 9.5, which means that, you know, they won't. But hopefully a couple will be 10s. You know, out of 63, I'd like to see as many as 10. I think I'd like to see 10 10s. And usually out of 63, I'd probably have just as many 9s. I'd probably have 10 9s out of 63 cards. So we'll see if that holds true. You know, let's see if we can get, let's see if we can send in 60 cards, 63, and get 49 5s, 10 10s, and 10 9s. That would be pretty cool. I'd be pretty happy with that. Except it'll be all my cards to get the 9s. Real nice Cole Stewart here. all the other cards that you're getting, your your redemptions are all top loaded, sleeved and top loaded, and your base is going to be team bagged. So we should have that out. It's Tuesday right now as I make this video. I'm not sure when exactly this will get posted, but as I make the video, it's Tuesday, and so I'm thinking that I should have these cards out to you, by the weekend. So I do have a big shipment ready to have labels made, so I'll try to get those labels done tonight and get those out, but that won't include these. We're right at the end here. And this doesn't mean that your cards weren't necessarily gradable. You might look at the ones that I just wasn't sure about and say, hey, I'll send that in and still get a 9.5. But these are the ones that I felt pretty good about. All right, so that's the end. That's the 63. That's the update. Oh, might as well show these. That Kid Billy has a Michael Waka. I'm a little worried about the auto on there getting a 9. And HM Ballin has this Phil Irvin. I'm really confident that card has a great chance at a 10. And then this is our freckled, the freckled Frazier. So, all right, guys. So there's my update for now.